I'm in St. Margaret, in the Black Forest, in a monastery that doesn't have priests, Farborough, a convent that doesn't have nuns. Beautifully maintained. I believe these apartments are rented out to regular people. Because Germany recycles. So you have a beautiful monastery and no one goes to church. What are you going to do? Tear it down? No. You're going to maintain it, and it's going to become a tourist attraction and a beautiful place for people to come. This is a beautiful courtyard. Yeah, it looks like they sweep the stones every day. Clean it carefully. Maybe these came from a church. And this huge bell. There is a museum here, but it's closed today. It's Saturday, September 16th, 2022, the last Saturday of summer, and it's pretty cold. I don't have a jacket with me because I thought I was going to Freiburg. But, you hop on the first bus that comes and see where it takes you. Christus Rex. Rickham. Wow, 1947. Gosh. 1947. That's when everyone was suffering after the Second World War. This really is a beautiful place. Okay, I'm going to walk around it. My God. It's cold and billig, cloudy, bewölkt. Windig. I'm learning some German, finally. Here we are, here's some more. It's interesting after all these years of coming to Germany, and I first came in 1986. I'm finally starting to understand Germans, German mentality. Unfortunately, I really didn't when my German husband was alive, and he's been dead 3 years now. He tried, but the problem is you don't know what you don't know. Wow, this really is huge. And here's the whole history. It's great how they spell it all out for you. Germany did invent the printing press. And they still understand the importance of paper. One thing that's really great is the printed timetable on every bus and train station. Oh, this is even older. 1111. Wow. And here's the map of St. Martin. There's a nice poster for the museum that I can't get into. Black Forest Clock History. Worldwide clock trade. Oh my. Of course Germans invented clocks. Who else would care about time the way Germans do? Oh, wonderful. Look at the woodwork here. This is one thing that, well, one of many things the Black Forest does really well is wood. There's so much wood. And in the long winters, carved, carpentering. It's just beautiful. But just a normal seat. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there's a church in St. Marken, and that doesn't appear to be this church. Oh yeah. This is something the Germans do as well. You have a... they alternate between Catholic and Evangelisch, which is Protestant. Oh, look at that. The 18th, which is tomorrow, Us Israel. That sounds like it's a Jewish service. No, it isn't. It's a Lutheran service. Us Karlsruhe. I don't know what that means. Okay. Are there Jewish services? Probably not. 90% of people in the Black Forest are Catholic, which is another reason the Second World War was just so incredibly tragic, and the rise of Nazism. Because people weren't Nazis in the Black Forest. They were too busy taking care of their farms, taking care of their wood, running hotels, guest houses, catering for tourists, which I believe has always been one thing they did. Look at that. Kloster Museum, St. Marken. Look at the brick. It's like it's bricks, except of course it's not. They painted the concrete to look like bricks. Gosh. So this is explaining what this stein is. Gosh, this looks like Lothar. That's Lothar's face. He didn't come from around here though. He came from Magdeburg and Frankfurt areas. Although his ancestors mostly came from Sweden and Denmark. As we discovered from his ancestry results, because the Lutheran armies came down and they supported. Well, Magdeburg was Lutheran to start off with. It became Lutheran overnight when Martin Luther gave a sermon in 1519, 1520, 1517, not sure. But they became Lutheran overnight because they realized they did not want to keep funding the Vatican, a foreign nation. Look, this is an active graveyard. Okay, people are visiting. Okay, I won't video that. It's not inappropriate to make videos of people. Look at this gorgeous little garden. So you have a tiny little slot and you just turn it into this magical garden. You don't need much land to do that. Roses. Oh my. And that's a long shot of the St. Margan monastery, cloisters, whatever you call it, with an active graveyard. So this looks like this looks like might have had something to do with the monastery, and this too. Don't know when they stopped having nuns in there. See this old building too. That's what Germany does, repurposes buildings. At some stage I'm going to have to find out about coffee. Coffee is not grown in Germany, either is tea, but there's cafes everywhere. Here's Rosehips, which I first saw in Denmark last week. And this is how people kept themselves alive during the winter. Rosehip syrup. That was before Spanish oranges. Okay, look at that building there, the flowers draping down. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, it's getting very foggy. I remember fog like this when I was in Hanoi, thinking, okay, it's just foggy. And then I realized the next day that it wasn't fog, it was air pollution. It's like this all the time in Hanoi. While they're building stuff, they're making clothes and things for us in the United States. What we did actually, when we exported our jobs to China and Vietnam, we also exported our pollution, which is pretty shocking. Okay, so that's it. Well, that's a very peaceful place to rest. And the graves are beautifully maintained. Of course they are. Wow. I guess these are the original walls. Yeah, I would say. So you walk in here. How do I do this without being intrusive? Okay. There's no mourners here, that's good. So here's the graveyards. Beautiful graveyard. Schule, Vele, Ketterer. These are all names that are in the United States. Fehrenbach. Orthopedic Schumacher. Meister, wow. Schwendemann. Faller. Another Ketterer. Hogg. Kattenbach. Berger. Meyer. Wangler. Hittisch. Vele. I see this name a lot. Faller again. Vele. Okay. Oh, look at this. This must be the original before they fixed it. Oh my. It looks so different from there. Gosh. Oh, and here are some old graves that they moved them from the graves to make more room and just put the gravestones on the side, which they did not do in Floesheim. They just cleared everything, including Sophie Bertha's grave, former Miss Sophie Nördlinger, sister of Ruth Nördlinger, Bloesveld. Oh, look at these are pretty old. Yeah. 1820. Oh, 1840. Storben, 1840. Wow. Wow. And there's an old Jesus. It's interesting, these walls protect it from the wind. It's windy outside, but it's not windy in here. Oh, this has been repaired. See, there's a whole, there's all kinds of spaces now for new graves. There's probably plenty of people buried underneath, but the graves have been removed. Because the Germans are very enterprising. These beautiful flowers. I couldn't get out of the way. Susanna J. Dodgson, September 16, 2022, in St. Megan.